chances are you're not going to get any support from the parent at home because the parent at home doesn't understand and wasn't educated as to how to be a good parent in the first place. We're 2 generations behind, y'all. And if we don't do something to reclaim our schools, we're going to be stuck in a permanent division between the haves and the have-nots. There's going to be a permanent underclass in Memphis, Tennessee, that we're not going to be able to recover from. So that when I pulled 3 petitions yesterday, 3 qualifying petitions, 1 for mayor, 1 for city council district 5, 1 for city council super district 9, position 2. Everybody wants to know, well, which one you gonna run for? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't have to know yet. I don't, just because they want, they meaning whoever doesn't want me to be in any position, just because they want to know doesn't mean I have to let them know. I do not know. What I do know is that, and I've spoken with Mike about this earlier this morning before we started, if Mike runs, I'm not going to run. We won't know if Mike's going to run until the filing deadline. That's in July. In the meantime, we have to coalesce around a common issue. Do y'all know that in every city election in Memphis, Tennessee, 75% to 85% of the voters stay at home? So I don't care if crime is the #1 issue. If people are not motivated to vote, you're not going to change the crime. You're going to keep the same thing you got. When we voted to surrender the charter of Memphis City Schools, 83% of the people stayed at home. 8 out of 10 voters stayed at home. 8 out of 10 voters stayed at home when we voted to give away our schools. I believe that if given a chance, at least half of those people would vote. I just believe it. So I don't care how many people get in the race. There's going to be 30 people running for mayor. I predict that there'll be at least 30 people running for mayor again. Because everybody believes they can be the mayor. Everybody. Everybody. It takes no experience whatsoever. All you got to do is just want to be the mayor. And you believe that qualifies you to be mayor. And really, it's kind of true. Because all you got to do to run is file a $100 filing fee. That's all you got to do to be qualified. Right? So I'm not going to worry about that. What we have to be concerned about is the issue of education. And my only issue, just as when Jackson asked me the question yesterday at the election commission, I said then my only issue is schools. I'm running on the issue of reinstating our schools. That's my only issue. Because every other issue stems from poor education. Every other issue stems from poor education. Those young men and women who did the BP gas station mob attack, most of them are students right up there at the alternative school. So education is the problem. And if we don't get the schools back, we can forget about police protection, we forget about tougher laws, which we're going to get. They're going to vote, they're going to toughen all the laws now. You won't be able to get out of jail, you won't be able to reduce your bond. They're going to crack down, and you hear Mayor Warden talking about, we're going to get the thugs, we're going to get thug control. Man, please. Man, please. It didn't take, we didn't get here overnight, and it's going to take a long time to get back. But I'm telling y'all, don't worry about who you're going to vote for right now. What you need to be determined to do is crystallize on the issue of education and vote for somebody who supports schools. Then, and now when people start saying they support schools, every candidate for mayor right now, everyone that I know of, other than Mike, and I don't know where Mike stood on the charter surrender. We're going to find out before it's over with. But every candidate for mayor right now supported charter surrender. Everyone. The ones on the council voted for it. Most of the candidates for city council supported the charter surrender. So there you have it. If you supported surrendering our charter, I can't vote for you to leave my city again. So everybody else who wants to be in a position of mayor or council should say where they stood on the charter surrender. If they were against it, then there's somebody that you can work with. Because they want your schools back. Just like the municipalities created their own school systems, we can do it again. And people say, well, that's not going to happen. Well, I believe in miracles. And I believe in doing the impossible. And I believe that if the people get tired enough, they're going to change. I think that come October 8th, we're going to see a whole lot of people voting that didn't vote last time. And I think they're going to vote for people that they know stand for them. But y'all, it's going to take more small groups like this. I don't have time to play. I don't have time to play games. All of us are too busy to play political games. There's too much at stake. Our babies are at stake, right? So that's, every time I get up, I make the same speech. And the speech is, we got to get our schools back. We've got to get our schools back. Follow me on Twitter, @K-Whalum, if you want to know what I think all times a day. Because that's where I post what I think. It's just a stream of consciousness deal, all right? I'm on Facebook, but y'all know that. But the last thing I want to say is that we must reinstate our schools. That's my only issue. That's my only issue. If I end up running for mayor, that's going to be my campaign issue. If I end up running for council, that's going to be my campaign issue. But that's the issue that's going to reach these children. I'm finished.
I mean, hold on. The situation in the commercial appeal read the other day about the mess, how we got into this mess. I don't know if you saw that story.
Yes.
And it talked about the numbers, and we kind of talked about this on radio, but it showed their numbers that 497,000 that was in that I-240 loop, now 197,000 moved out of that group. So when we look at Northside and these schools, they talking about closing within that loop. How do we look at getting that base back to support those schools and paying for those schools?
Well, gotta work.
Yeah.
Gotta work. And it's gonna cost. We are gonna have to pay for the schools. Yeah. You cannot reinstate the school system without voting yourselves tax increase. Yeah. That's just the way that works. But nothing worth having is free. We all know this. But the most important thing about that newspaper article, that series in the commercial appeal, to me, is that one of the things they talk about is that we have a weak tax base. We got a challenged tax base. Why do we have a challenged tax base? Because we give away chunks of it every year to corporations that don't need it. That money could have been used to support schools. That money used to be used to support schools. The way we do it is we just take it back, y'all. We just gotta, it's gonna take hard work, y'all. That's all. Now, I'm not under any misimpression, y'all. If we don't vote, it's over. It's over with. Period. It's over, Charlie. It's over. If the people don't wake up, it's over. And that's why you won't read a lot about me in the newspaper. You won't see me a lot on TV now, especially since I pulled the petitions, because they don't want the people to start thinking about what they could do if they would vote. But that's the answer, Charlie. Yes, the state law requires that the voters vote to pay for the schools. What idiot would want to start schools and not pay for them?
Lakeland.
It doesn't make sense. Now, Lakeland is different because Lakeland is so small. They got one elementary. They don't have the money. They don't have the money, and they can work out. They're gonna work out a deal, I believe, with Arlington or with Shelby County Schools to educate their children, those going into the middle school and the high school. But Charlie, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if people gonna vote, but I know there'll be one voice crying for the schools, and that's gonna be mine.
Now, let me say something before Kara comes to speak. There is a way that you guys can help get these voters out. Do what I do. I just go door to door. In any neighborhood, it matters not. And you talk to them, and most of them will say, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. And you educate them. And those are the ones that are going to vote. Let's hold your question to the last, because we've got other speakers, okay? And then you can talk.
I gotta go in a few minutes, so I gotta miss my phone.
Well, let's let Ms. Kara speak first, and then you can speak, okay? Ms. Kara?
Sure. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I won't take long, but talking about education, I know that is on the forefront of all of our minds. And I am a parent, just like so many of you are, and I've brought my 3